just as bad as what Mary M. Cosby and your friend of 10 years have done to you, is it? That's how we start the episode off. Honestly, Lisa looked like she trying not to laugh because this is laughable. Jenny's trying to keep them apart, but they ain't gonna bust a grape. Talk to Meredith like this! Talk to Meredith like this! Jen, you are truly insane. There's just no other word for it. And oh God, this outfit is ugly. Who told you to put on this jumper? Jen, all you doing is a bunch of this. You had plenty opportunities to kick and swing on Broomstick Barlow, but you didn't, Heifer. You didn't. Then it's you came at me. You came at me. Lisa sat the F down. She did not come at you. And Jenny's just trying to be referee, even though production got it, because she's always trying to find her light, find your plot line. Heather said, I ain't going nowhere with these heifers again. I'm flying private. Oh, God. Now Jen said Mary Cosby and Meredith are why I got in die. They did something. They cooked the books. This is my life. This is my life. This is my kids. My kids. Whitney gets on her Nancy Drew. If what you're saying is true, that's terrible. But it's not true, Whitney, because the feds have been investigating her longer than she knew Meredith. So then Lisa walked her butt over to where they holding Jen and hug her. I'm here for you. Wherever the camera is, Lisa Barlow is sure to follow. I'm sorry, Broomstick Barlow is sure to follow. And I love you. And even if you have to kick the crap out of me, for you to understand that, you can. I mean, you fake phony baloney. So they all finally make it to the house now that everyone's on good terms, and I just realized all these heifers are actually married, even though one of them is married to a grand husband. So Lisa calls her ugly husband and has Jenny testify how intense the bus ride was. You know what else is intense, Lisa? Your lies and fiending for the spotlight. Your two-facedness is intense. That's what's intense. You're two-faced. However, Heather is like Jen is drunky boo, and I don't want to upset her before she has to head off to prison. Let's let her have a nice weekend, because it's starting to get to her. Ooh. You know, this always snaps problems into focus. Whenever I think crap's going wrong in my life, I'm like, you know what? You're not facing prison. You also didn't steal from people. So now the heifers are lying by a pool in Zion. Where is Zion? It looks cold. Aw, they have the same pool floaty I used to. Whitney set up an energy healing dinner where we're all wearing white. Oh God, Mary gonna show up. I don't want to look at her. She's like a coworker you don't want to see. Child, Meredith and Mary walked in. Heather mouthed, shut the door. I like Heather and Whitney. I'd mess with them. I'd go to lunch with them. They seem nice. The other ones, Meredith just wasn't engaged. I ain't messing with Prejudice Mary. Jenny is boring. And Jen will just steal from you. They locked the bathroom door. Meredith went around through the bedroom. Oh, hi. We're in here getting ready. Y'all ain't got to be scared of Meredith, but I wouldn't want to deal with Mary. I'd hide from Mary. So Heather and Whitney fill Meredith and Mary in on the fight that Lisa and Jen got in on the Sprinter bus. Oh, Heather, it was not a horrible, huge physical fight. Lisa wasn't taking accountability and Jen was just being loud and irritating. And childish. You knew Lisa wasn't gonna bust a grape, and neither were you. So Whitney's trying to get Mary and Meredith down to the bus because she ain't got time to wait for them to change because we losing sunlight. You heifers can heal in the dark because the crap ain't gonna work no way. And Jen's saying Meredith's being a piece of shit right now. Why? Meredith ain't messing with you. She actually stood up for you and told them heifers to be a real friend and move on. Jen, you just want to blame your problems on everyone but your thieving self. Mary still ain't downstairs. Whitney said, look, we can send the van back for her butt. She ain't gonna participate no way. I like this little Stevie Nicks dress Whitney got on. So we get to this labyrinth and it looks really cool. I mean, if these heifers were capable of healing, I think this might work. But Bettina, you wasting your time, girl. And Meredith, you look like an extra from Scooby-Doo. But Tina, you don't need to sprinkle sage oil on Jen's hands. You need to put some honesty in there. Maybe that'll help her. Some fortitude, some integrity, and sprinkle a little dignity on those jokers too. So after we done walked around with our gratitude package, we get our drums and start beating our name, and up walks Mary. Mary, you could have just waited till dinner since it wasn't important you to get there no way. So you showed up just to stand on the sidelines because it's not that you don't believe in it, but you're loyal to your God. Honey, if it don't fit with your faith, you could have stayed at the hotel. That's fine. Keep your faith. However, you're walking around yelling at people for not giving you birthday gifts and birthday cards in your congregation. So I feel like this might be a little more wholesome and healing than what you've got going on at your church. After the healing ceremony, we all sit down to dinner so we can argue. So Whitney starts with the shady toast. You know, I wanted us to do the fire burning, but we were waiting on Meredith and Mary, so that couldn't happen. But I wanted us to, let go of our resentment and angers this evening, like I'm going to let go of your tardiness. Whitney says, so why didn't you come down on the bus with us, Meredith? And she said, Scott had a doctor's appointment, but I don't want to blame it on him. Heather said, you just didn't want to be with us for 8 hours. I wouldn't have wanted to be with y'all for 8 hours. Not 8. I could do a lunch with 2 of you, but not 8 with all 5. Meredith said, well, Mary was nice enough to wait for me, and if you want to have an attitude, you didn't fly home with me from Vail, so,
I just didn't want to engage. Whitney, I took my time when I needed it like other people have taken their time when they needed it. I'm sorry I screwed up your plan, Whitney. Meredith, you could have stayed home if you was going to have this kind of attitude. I don't think you need to come back next season.
You want to be here and promote Brooks, but you don't want to get down in the mess but hire private investigators.
If I want to take a rocket ship to get to Vail, that's my business.
Heather gonna say, Mary, are you sorry? Mary ain't sorry for shit. Now, Mary is sorry, but she ain't sorry. Mary said, no, I didn't say sorry. Jen said, Mary ain't sorry. Meredith's saying what we all want to hear. Mary just don't fuck with us, and she's saying it with her chest.
Jen, I don't think you know anything about me, and I'm not talking to you.
Well, you were talking about me. Jen, you really gonna say people would like Meredith more if she was just honest? People would like you more if you weren't a thief. A thief?
I wasn't on the bus because I feel a lot of tension and a lot of hostility directed at me. It wasn't just Jen. You and I have a lot of tension, Lisa. I knew when I walked out of Seth's party I had a problem with the group. I was being questioned and grilled about not inviting Jen, and I told you I wasn't going to engage.
Lisa, you stupid. Is it okay for us to invite Jen to events where we're all going to be? The heifer told you don't invite me if you inviting her. She said it plain and simple. And Jenny says, I feel like you were mad at me for inviting her to my faux event. Yeah. She literally just said, if you're going to have something, don't invite me. Invite her. I don't want to look at her. But Meredith, you can't do that on a show like this. You don't have enough power. And Meredith said, well, I was just surprised because you called her a criminal, and that was the harshest critique of them all. I'm not a criminal, Jenny. All right, Jen, you can hold on to that allegedly for now, but once you're convicted, you're a criminal. And you're closer than most. Jenny said, now look, I said if she did it, I didn't want to be associated with her. I'm not a judge. I'm not a jury. Jen said, I'm a P while you convict me. So Heather asked Meredith, Jen's been nasty to you, Mary's been nasty to me.
And Meredith said, well, Mary's been nothing but nice to me and was supportive when nobody else was there.
And Lisa says, well, I feel like I was there for you, Meredith.
You made choices that hurt me to align yourself with Jen, who was attacking my sissy marks.
Whitney said, well, girl, you got a point on that when everybody asked why Lisa was up Jen's butt when she was supposed to be your friend. But like I said, whenever the camera is focused on somebody, Lisa gotta sidle up beside them. Oh, Lisa gonna say, I didn't seek Jen Shaw out. I was hoping to get Jen and Meredith back together. Whitney says, why everybody trying to get Jen and Meredith back on the good foot? What about me and Mary? Why aren't we getting this same intervention? Lisa said, well, I thought you were old friends and could suss it out on your own. Jenny said, now look, on the bus, y'all all said Meredith was mean to you, and then Meredith started being mean to you once she got friends with Mary, and Meredith said, Jen Shaw was the meanest, and y'all seek her out, so I don't want to hear it. So Meredith, you basically want to ice Jen Shaw out of the show. But in doing that, you really isolated yourself. You can't win when you're dirty. You're going to end up like Mariah. Whitney said, now hold on, Meredith. Now you mad that Lisa sought Jen out, but then you seek Mary out and she's been mean to me. You flying with her instead of rocking with me. I ain't do nothing to you. Now Jenny coming up to Meredith. Well, I can understand Mary is nice to you, but when she makes racist comments.
Oh, I had a talk with her about that.
Yeah, but when I confronted her, you said, I don't know what that is, but I wouldn't say it. Instead of standing firm and correcting your friend as she slings slurs. Now, Meredith, you did not take a strong stance. You did not say, I would never say that. I made it very clear. No, you didn't. You said, I don't know. I wouldn't say it. You'd think it, though.
I have to excuse myself. I've made it very clear I am not at a mental level for this state of dissension.
Girl, take it. You and Mary, get the fuck off the show. Get the fuck off the show. I'm sick of you throwing a rock, hiding your hand, not wanting to engage. We are here for the mess. At least Lisa Barlow's trying to bring it. She won't bring her children a vegetable, but at least she'll bring some drama to the show. So they say, well, look, Mary, since you want to be up Meredith's muff, go get her. Bring her back. We sick of chasing her. Whitney asks a good question. Why are we all here if we can't get along? Because your husband's was stupid and sent you on this trip. Mary gonna tell Whitney, I wish I could give you what you deserve in saying you're my friend, but I just don't have it. It's not there. What you don't have is sense. And a decent wig. Whitney's like, I'm tired of wasting my breath on you, and I get it. Jen says, so while we're being all kumbaya, Meredith, why'd you hire a private investigator to look into my background? No, she was looking into the side messages you were sending about her and her sister.
Meredith said, well, I was investigating the threats against my sweet sissy Marks, and all of you were up for eliminating.
And then Jen gonna get mad at Jenny. Well, why'd you tell me if it wasn't about me? Jenny said, because we was talking privately and your name came up and she said the private investigator thinks it was you. That's why I told you. Wait, so you guys thought it was me? Why is it coming back to me? Because the investigator said he was 90% sure it was you threatening the family. Your family's been awful to my family. Meredith said, we ain't said nothing about you. We ain't thought about you. Your son said he saw my vagina. She said, yes, and I saw your vagina too. It was pussy lips askew.
I saw your vagina over and over again. Morello and Crystal told you to cover your vagina.
Oh, now Jen getting up in Meredith's face too. Oh, you want to know what you did? You don't want me to tell everyone what you've done, right? Right? Is she talking about the muff munching that went on betwixt the two? I'm really starting to see this could be a lesbian love affair gone wrong. Child, she tried to tongue down that tongue and ended up in trouble.
I want you to stay out of my face. Go over there.
If you had anything to do with those bullshit charges against me.
You are disgusting to think that. I would never do that.
Now, Meredith, yes, you would.
I'm leaving. I'm going to disengage. I won't accept anyone screaming in my face and getting out of their chair. Bye.
Ask your 10 other boyfriends. Well, that was the shit. And I'm going to see you soon for the Housewives of Orange County.